Hello students, good morning and how are you today? I hope you had a very good night's rest. This morning we're studying math again and we're looking at lesson 12 just as we started yesterday and unit 2. Please get your student books, your workbooks and all that you need for this lesson ready. So in lesson 2 we're going to be looking at finding areas by counting squares. And in this lesson, we'll try to find actual area of shapes by counting the squares inside them. That's for regular shapes. We'll also try to make an estimate of area by counting the squares inside the shape. This is usually for shapes that are irregular. Now let's have a quick warm-up activity before the class begins. We spoke about area and perimeter yesterday, and we said to find the perimeter of a square, the formula is side times 4. Now, this is your own question. How do you find the area of a square? Now, you can write the answer quickly on your student book or your workbook, or if you have your notebook, you can just scribble the answer on top of it. The second question says, to find the area of a rectangle, we multiply length by the width. Now, your question is, how do you find the perimeter of a rectangle? So the first thing you write down is the formula to look for or find the area of a square. And the second thing is the formula to find the perimeter of a rectangle. So make sure you make an attempt, just write down the answer and I'll tell you if you got it correct. Okay, just do that in about 10 seconds and let's give you the answers. All right, we have just 5 seconds more. Okay, time up. Let's see your answers. To find the area of a square, yesterday we said a square has the same sides. So to find the area of a square, we multiply side by side. What about to find the perimeter of a rectangle? How do we find it? The answer is 2 times length plus 2 times width. Or you can say length plus width plus width. Those are the 2 ways that we can find the perimeter of a square, of a rectangle, pardon me. We said yesterday that to find the perimeter means to add up all of the sides and add them together. So the perimeter of a rectangle will be found by adding length plus width plus width. Did you get the answers correctly? Yes, I trust you did. But if you did not, try to look at this formula again because you always have to keep this in mind. Okay? All right, let's get to the lesson. We'll count the squares or the boxes to find actual area. We're going to count the small boxes inside the square and inside the rectangle. The square always has the same sides, remember? Okay, now let's count the number of boxes we have in this square that you see on the screen so we can find the area. We'll do a quick count. It's going to be quite a lot of counts, so let's do a quick one. Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, and 81. 81. We have 81 squares or boxes in this square. Now, are you sure you counted together with me till the end? Or you just waited for only me to finish counting? All right, well, this it's okay. But then this is the way you have to count squares inside a box or inside a shape, a regular shape, to find the area. What does this mean? If we have boxes of the same size inside this square, it means that this square is 81 square centimeter because we have 81 squares inside the big square. So the box measures, or the square rather, measures 81 square centimeters. That's the area of the square. We can equally do a quick or quicker one by doing side times side, but this is for regular shapes. Now, let's look at the side at the top. You know that the square has same sides. The side at the top, we can count how many boxes we have right at the top and count how many boxes we have from top to bottom. Just one column and one row. So let's count how many boxes we have on the first column. Oh no, that's the first row. We have 9 boxes in there. Okay, what about on the first column? How many boxes do we have? From top to bottom, we equally have 9 boxes. So we can do a quick one by multiplying 9 on the first row by 9 on the first column. So 9 boxes times 9 boxes gives us 81. So it's still the same thing instead of having to count from 1, 2, 3 all the way to 81. Okay, so we can multiply the number of boxes in the first row with the number of boxes in the first column. Side times side. That's the formula for finding actual area. Now let's look at the rectangle. We'll do the same process for the rectangle as well. Length times width. Why is it different from the square? Why is it not length times length or length or width times width? Because a rectangle doesn't have equal sides. A rectangle has one longer side and a shorter side. So now let's see. We pick the boxes in the first row where you have the length, and we pick the number of boxes also in the first column where we have the width. Now let's try this. How many boxes do we have in the first row? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 boxes. What about the width? For the width, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 10 multiplied by 5 is 50. It makes it easy to be able to find the area. It means the area of this rectangle is 50 square centimeters instead of having to count all the boxes one after the other. But this is only applicable where you have a regular shape. What about when the shape is not regular? Just like this one. Now let's count the squares to find estimated area. Now this is where we're not finding actual area, but we're finding the estimate of the area because the shape is so irregular. It's not, on a straight line. So, but then to find the area, we need to look at the number of boxes that the shape covers. Now, let's see the boxes that the shape fully covers. How many boxes does the shape fully cover, not halfway, not little way. It fully covers the pink parts. So how many of the pink parts do we have? We have 3, 4, 4, and 3. So this should be about 14. 14. So it means this shape fully covers 14 boxes. Now, we also have the blue parts. Can you see the blue colored boxes? Now, I did this to differentiate and to make it easy to explain to you. The blue boxes are more than halfway covered. They are not fully covered, but they are more than halfway covered. So, let's count how many boxes are more than halfway covered. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of them are more than halfway covered. Now, do you notice we have some white patches? The shape also covers some white parts. Some of them you can even hardly see, but let us still count them. From the top, we have that tiny section at the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, down to the bottom, 7, 8, 9, and to the side, the left hand side, 10, 11, 12. Now the parts that are not even up to halfway covered are 12. Now what do we need to do? We said already that the pink squares or the pink colored squares are the fully covered ones. The shape fully covers those squares. For the blue ones, the shape covers those squares more than halfway. Then the white ones are really less and they are not up to halfway covered. How do we then find the area of this shape? Remember, it's an estimate, right? Okay. Now what we need to do is to add up only the pink and the blue squares. The pink fully covered and the blue more than halfway covered. Now when we add the two together, we'll be able to have an estimate of the area of this shape. Now, please remember that the white boxes or the white parts that are covered are not up to half, so we just discard those ones. We don't make use of them. Okay? All right. So how many fully covered and more than halfway covered do we have altogether? 19 boxes. So we can see the area of the shape is 19 square centimeter. That's an estimate. Now let's see one more before we go.